Hello, Nano Writers. It's KR on day 2 of National Novel Writing Month. My current word count is 1,626. Now, you may know that that is below the word count for day 1, never mind day 2. So, let me tell you what happened. I made an effort to hit my day 1 word count by the end of day 1 being midnight last night, and I got fairly close. I had 1,300 or so words. And that was at midnight, and I said, well, before I go to bed, I will make the word count for the day. And in the next hour and a half, I wrote 50 words and said, I guess I'm done for the night. I sent my novel to another member of my salon and got her opinion on it, and she said, yeah, sure, it has problems, but it's NaNo, and so just push through, do your thing, write your story, and you can go back and change the things that you don't like when you're done. You can go back and change the beginning. And I thought, that's good advice. So I went to work thinking I'll use the time that I'm at work, which is one of my largely, creative zones, place where I come up with a lot of ideas. I'll take that time to be able to do a little planning, do a little focus, get things in order, in line, what am I trying to do, come home and bang out 2,000 words and hit the count for both days. So that didn't happen, and I I spent 6 hours at work, and not once did my mind turn to this story that I'm supposed to be writing. And in the car on the way home, I was thinking, yeah, I really have to figure out what am I going to do, how am I going to, how am I going to follow? And obviously the rule of NaNo is no editing. So, I can't just go back and tweak what I have until I decide that it's whatever. If I've written myself into this place, even, over 1,300 words, I wrote myself into a scene, now I have to write myself out of a scene. I can't just go back and change the scene until it looks the way I want. At least that's how I do NaNo. I don't know how you do NaNo. And I thought, how am I going to get myself out of this situation into the one that I know know where I'm heading. I know that in this scene, these sorts of things have to happen to set up for the big, plot device that comes in later. And I couldn't figure it out. So I came home, sat down at my computer, and I said, fuck it. And I wrote, and then she died. The end. and, and I created a new document, and I started the hell over. I decided that I just didn't like anything I had. I didn't like the character. I didn't like this, what I had created. And so I grabbed another character who I realized that I had sort of been referencing this character that I had in my stash with this new idea, that I was trying to do. It's like, why not just go back to the original, who was actually a character who I rolled up for a role-playing game that didn't end up getting off the ground. And so I had this stat sheet. I had a little backstory planned out, and I said, look, I'm just going to use this and write this new story, which is more what I want to do. And so it's an urban fantasy story, which is a genre that I read quite a lot of. So I have ideas, I have experience with this type of thing, and it's more in my, I guess, realm of expertise, which was originally what I had not wanted to do with NaNo, but now is what I'm going to do with NaNo, and I think it'll be better for it. And the fact that I've hammered out 1,600 words since 7:30 this evening shows that I'm definitely in a happier zone. I'm definitely in a more productive zone. And so, we'll see what happens with this going forward. If I can, there's no way that it's about 10:30 now. There's no way I'm going to crack out 2,000 words by midnight, but I may well be able to do that before I go to bed, which will put me back on track for day 2. So I'm going to hold off on analyzing or commenting on your first sentences until maybe day 7, maybe day 5. Either way, you have a couple more days to put up your first sentence if you want me to comment on it in one of these shows. You can post it on YouTube, or you can comment on the Salon, salonauteur.wordpress.com. It will be linked in the show notes, or you're watching this embedded on the blog and you know. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow with day 3, and we'll see how much progress I make in the meantime. Thanks for watching. Cheers.